Hi, I'm Royce Hung, Chairman of the Hung Foundation.
I'm Grace Chang, Curator of the show Transistor.
We're very happy to co-organize the Transistor show with Museum of Contemporary Art Taipei.
And we're very excited today that we have the opportunity to walk through the show with you. So let's go. All the artists in the show are artists the Hung Foundation has worked with over the last 8 years. These are artists that we have commissioned, awarded, and supported in a number of ways. So it is our pleasure to present the collection of their entirety here. The works presented here can be seen as cultural transistors that reveal multiple dimension explorations of current human conundrums, including explorations about our origin, our place in society, the anxiety and hilarity of our own social and technological creation, our unshakable beliefs, and our fluid hesitancy with boundaries that we've set up. And lastly, our optimism towards the future. Through the unique vision of each artist, these explorations are transformed into compelling ideas of our society and our civilization. In 2018, artist Ming-Hsueh collected 185 food items that was expiring on the same day, which is August 11th. And on August 11th, all the food items were recombined into a gourmet meal to be consumed. We hosted a dinner party at Hung Foundation where artist Ming-Hsueh recreated an amazing gourmet experience using these foods. Unable to recreate this unusual experience due to the difficulty in acquiring these food items expiring on one day, and also due to the pandemic, what's left in this place are an exchange program where you can bring your own food item to exchange for one of the artist's print. In black and white, artist Chia-Wei make use of news clippings, historical data, also a comedy show to make fun of the panda being the political weapon that it is. And in doing so, revealing really a more realistic history than we've ever known. In Second Life, the artist created this colony of mosquitoes fed by the artist's own blood in this sort of life cycle in the glass box where you see the mosquitoes growing, developing from larvae until when they're old enough, they're attracted by carbon dioxide and they come over here and they get zapped and they die. And once they die, they are transformed into avatars of the game Second Life, which also have a limited time span. So we really question the length that we go to. Everything has a sort of moral dilemma to it. Artist Chun-Teng captivated us by this display of multi-channel of someone blowing a balloon. We cannot help but attracted to the slow but sure outcome, which is the balloon popping. In Taking Money project, artist Peng Hongzhi presented to a mob a statue made of money in the shape of a human figure. Once the command is given, the money was completely taken, grabbed in 10 seconds to reveal a naked human with deformed legs. And now the crowd has changed the mood. So from greed and excitement, we start to see remorse, some regret, to the point where someone put a jacket back on the performer. This piece really shows how fine the line is between what we're capable of, the good or the evil.
从前有个石头，有头有脖子的人将它命名时，石头冒出泡沫，停止时生下人。
Artist Liu Yu reconfigured the myth of the Great Flood by piecing together clues from over 250 distinct cultures to create this remarkable, truly original story, not based on scientific narrative, but based on a shared common belief and elements. Behind me, you see this video projection of red lines moving very fast on the screen. The red lines are actually viral genetic information that is within our own DNA blueprint. Artist Pei-Ying worked with Hsien-Yu, a biomedical company from Taiwan, to map out her own DNA. In making this piece, the artist actually made a shocking discovery that there is HIV skeletal virus DNA within her own DNA. As far as she knows, no one in her family lineage has ever had HIV. So it really sheds light on how much of a symbiosis that we're in with the viral world. In this piece, the artist painstakingly connected keywords to his brainwave. When he dreams, he got keywords from his brainwave, after which he would use the COCO database, and the machine would search for images associated with the keywords, and therefore making what he calls his dream portraits. This piece really challenges us to part with our cell phone for an unspecified amount of time. When we put our cell phone in, the case will close, and we must wait until the machine is ready to give us back the phone. And in the meantime, we will have to watch some random video gleaned from the internet. Now that the video is finished, I'm finally getting my phone back. This is the sound of cosmic radiation that still permeates our atmosphere even today. They were believed to be created since the Big Bang. It's remarkable. There is so much we don't know about our universe. Artist Jin-Hua walked the pencil line 100 kilometers on a piece of canvas that started out blank. It's a 10-meter-long canvas that took 5 years to complete. On this blackened surface, you can still see the markings. And this is his footprint that he left while walking the 100 kilometers.
In Propaganda Trilogy, the artist Peng took a patriotic American movie from the 60s, translated it into Chinese, and then asked an underground folk singer in Beijing to deliver a song in Chinese with simplified Chinese subtitles. When Taiwan was under Japanese occupation during Second World War, the Japanese military took an old Taiwanese song, using its tunes to repurpose it, to rewrite a song to recruit Taiwanese to join their army to fight for the Japanese in Southeast Asia. This song was then translated into Korean by the artist and asked a Korean vocalist to deliver a song in Korean. On the third screen, the artist found an old album consisting of songs written by the Communist Chinese government during the Mao Zedong period to liberate Taiwan. So this is a song that was sung in an opera form to liberate Taiwan. The artist then took this song, translated it into Japanese, and have a Japanese singer deliver a song in Japanese.
With this propaganda mashup, every single song sounded remarkably patriotic to the appropriate purposes. It really sheds light on how blurry our nationalistic lines are. In this room, we see a major installation by 5 artists. They're actually connected by electric energy generated by an electric car battery designed and built in Taiwan.
This piece, incidentally, is created by myself. This is called a transient state. It's attempting to capture the state where when the initial idea is developed and where the final outcome is completely different. This is actually fragments of a startup company in Taiwan, Zing Mobility, where at first was trying to make an electric supercar. But during the process, it stumbled upon the battery technology. It went on to create batteries to power construction vehicles and energy storage stations. So the piece here is kind of like the development process of the company that's frozen in space. At the same time, the actual batteries here are alive and they are powering the other 4 pieces in this room.
把整个行星的化学能全部转换，然后一口气吸光，直到整个星球枯竭。
Artist Chia-Wei created a rap performance where the sound is actually channeled through this array of antique vacuum tube radios that were manufactured in Taiwan 50 years ago, all powered by the electric car battery, and each of them representing a sound channel. With the rap performance, the artist made the connection and the story of 50 years of industrial development in Taiwan. R1 is a robot tour guide created by artist Ting-Tong Chang. You are supposed to pick up the robot and really touch your face to listen to the stories that it would tell you. I believe it really creates this sort of double-edged sword that we are captured by excitement and fear at the same time. That perhaps these constructs can actually finally tell us stories or feed us details that we're not supposed to know and affecting our psyche.
What I'm hearing is a tormented guide of the other works in this space, and I'm supposed to walk around the space with this as my audio guide.
There are some pretty violent tidbits within the robot R1 itself. In this piece, artist Hsien-Yu utilized a vast amount of synthetic data to generate random cell phones which are connected. 30 sets of calls were made at any one time. It is very interesting how people at the opposite end of the line react to this gesture or prank. Some anger, some frustration, some just remain quiet, some are yelling at each other. It really is a glimpse into our reaction. Artist Ming-Hsueh picked out all the animal branded products that he could find on the market and made this display where the animal brands basically walked out on their job. By using humor, found object, he really shed light on how much we appropriate the natural world around us.